Long story short, they came in, had us escorted off the property, was going to take over the business. In 3 days, we had the ability to go back in. We borrowed a bunch of money from Charity's dad to pay a lawyer, go in and basically force them out of the business, turn it into a simple loan. But they did basically try to steal my company and turn it into a Mopar restoration shop.
Dave Kindig rose to fame as a master of automotive artistry, his name becoming synonymous with world-class car restoration and the unparalleled craftsmanship showcased at Kindig Design. With each project, Dave captivated car enthusiasts, blending innovation and precision to create bespoke vehicles that turned heads and earned admiration. His work wasn't just about restoring cars, it was about transforming them into living, breathing pieces of art. For years, his distinctive approach to car building made him a household name. Fans followed his every move, watching as his reputation grew and his business flourished. The Kindig Design Shop became a beacon of excellence, attracting attention from all corners of the automotive world. Dave's success was undeniable. He was living his dream, and the road ahead seemed paved with even more triumphs. But the path to stardom, as it often goes, took an unexpected and tumultuous turn. Behind the glossy exterior of success, the pressures of fame, business, and personal challenges began to mount. Lawsuits piled up, casting shadows over the pristine image Dave had worked so hard to build. The very platform that had propelled him to the spotlight, the TV show that had introduced him to millions, was suddenly taken from him. Kindig Customs, the show that had chronicled his journey, was canceled without warning. The questions began to swirl. What went wrong? How did the dream turn into a nightmare? Join us as we dive deep into the story of Dave Kindig, an extraordinary tale of rise, fall, and the fight to reclaim what was lost. What really happened to the man who built a car empire, only to see it all threatened by the very forces that once propelled him to the top?
So the door panel design changed quite a bit. We just boarded it, started shaping it out, and both Jess and I at the same time were like, yeah, that's the ticket.
Yep, no, it is. Yeah. When you stand outside of the car and you look in, the interior stands out.
So Justin did a one-piece leather headliner in there, which was kind of a challenge for him because that roll cage was pushed up so high into those corners that it made it a little difficult for him.
While many TV personalities often find themselves in the spotlight for controversies and scandals, Dave Kindig has always preferred to stay out of the limelight. Focused solely on his craft and his business, Dave's commitment to his work has been unwavering. So it was truly surprising when, a few years ago, he found himself embroiled in a legal battle that would challenge his reputation and business. The story begins with a project that seemed like a dream at first. Over 30 chiropractors and wellness professionals from across the United States hired Dave's company, Kindig Design, to restore and customize a 1974 Dodge Charger. The deal was struck for a hefty sum of $670,000, with both parties agreeing on the terms. At the start, things seemed to be moving smoothly, with the chiropractors paying over $230,000 in deposits and initial costs, anticipating nothing less than the highest quality restoration. However, as time passed, frustration began to mount. The progress on the Charger was slow, and by the time the chiropractors filed the lawsuit in 2022, they claimed to have received little more than the shell of the car. No work had been done on the drivetrain, interior, or any of the functional components. Despite numerous attempts to get updates, the plaintiffs were met with either vague responses or complete silence. The lawsuit accused Kindig Design of fraud and breach of contract, alleging that payments were accepted without delivering the promised work. According to the plaintiffs, they had been misled about the project's timeline, and the lack of progress left them feeling betrayed. In response, Kindig Design pointed to external challenges, such as delays caused by the 2019 pandemic and shipping issues, as the primary reasons for the slow progress. They argued that the delays were unintentional and did not indicate a lack of commitment. However, the evidence provided by the chiropractors, photographs, and invoices painted a different picture. It showed that the car had been torn apart, but not much had been done since, casting doubt on Kindig Design's ability to deliver on its promises. The legal dispute unfolded over a timeline beginning in 2019, when the project was first commissioned. By early 2020, the chiropractors had paid their deposit, but by 2021, when the car still wasn't close to completion, they began to voice their dissatisfaction. Attempts to resolve the issue privately through mediation failed, and by mid-2021, the decision was made to take legal action. During the court proceedings, the chiropractors presented evidence showing that after the initial teardown, no substantial progress had been made. They accused Kindig Design of intentionally stalling the project, pointing to the lack of communication and the ongoing acceptance of payments as evidence of negligence. However, Kindig Design maintained that external factors were to blame and that the work was not abandoned. As the case progressed, more former clients of Kindig Design came forward with similar complaints: slow progress, poor communication, and incomplete restorations. One particularly notable complaint came from a customer who had waited over 3 years for a Camaro restoration, but the project never advanced beyond the bodywork stage. These additional complaints raised concerns about whether Kindig Design had taken on more projects than it could handle, especially during the peak of its television fame. Fans speculated that the company's rapid growth had outpaced its ability to maintain quality and manage its operations effectively. Although no new lawsuits were filed at the time, the mounting complaints cast a shadow on the company's internal processes. By 2025, the legal case remained ongoing. Both parties were still in the discovery phase, exchanging documents and preparing for depositions. The case was expected to go to trial in early 2026 unless a settlement was reached beforehand. The outcome of this case would not only affect Dave Kindig's reputation, but could also have significant implications for the future of Kindig Design. But this wasn't the first time Dave found himself involved in a lawsuit. Back in 2014, he took legal action himself, this time against Creative Controls Inc., a Michigan-based company. The case, filed in the District Court of Utah, accused the company of violating Kindig Design's copyrights and patents. Specifically, Kindig Design claimed that Creative Controls had unlawfully reproduced and used their copyrighted works and patented inventions without permission. In the world of custom car design, originality is everything. Builders like Dave spend years creating unique systems and perfecting their own designs, and it's vital to protect these innovations. Without the protection of copyrights and patents, competitors could easily steal and profit from someone else's hard work. This case was crucial for Kindig Design, as it sought to protect its intellectual property and seek damages for the infringement. However, Creative Controls didn't take the allegations lightly. They moved to dismiss the case, arguing that there was no personal jurisdiction over them in Utah and that Kindig Design's claims lacked sufficient grounds to proceed. The legal battle over jurisdiction lasted for months, with both sides presenting their arguments. In the end, the Utah District Court ruled that while there was enough evidence to assert jurisdiction over certain non-patent-related claims, there was insufficient evidence for the patent claims. The case continued to drag on for years, with motions for discovery and settlement talks failing to bring about a resolution. Finally, in July 2017, the case was officially closed when both sides filed a stipulation of dismissal with prejudice, meaning they had agreed to dismiss their claims and counterclaims without the right to pursue any further legal action on the same grounds. The specifics of the settlement were not disclosed, but the case was finally put to rest. While Dave's legal battles may have grabbed headlines, it was his work that truly captivated the world. Kindig Design's transformation of classic cars became a symbol of craftsmanship and dedication, and this success was showcased on the TV show Kindig Customs, which premiered in 2014. The show highlighted the artistry and skill involved in creating custom cars, making it a hit with automotive enthusiasts and casual viewers alike. Dave's unique approach to building cars stood out, and his passion for the craft was evident in every project. The show not only offered a glimpse into the meticulous process of restoration, but also gave viewers a behind-the-scenes look at the operations of one of the world's most successful custom shops. The cars worked on ranged from vintage 1950s Chevrolets to high-performance muscle cars, each one restored with a level of attention to detail that was unparalleled. But despite the success of the show behind the scenes, Dave's life was evolving. The pressure of running a top-tier custom shop was immense, and managing the demands of the business while maintaining the high standards for which Kindig Design was known was no easy feat. Nonetheless, Kindig Design continued to thrive, earning accolades such as the prestigious Riddler Award, one of the most coveted prizes in the custom car world. In early 2025, however, the show was unexpectedly canceled, leaving fans devastated. Dave later confirmed the news in a heartfelt Instagram post, thanking supporters for their loyalty and assuring them that his passion for custom builds remained unwavering. The cancellation came as a shock, especially for a show that had resonated with millions around the world. Sources cited increased competition from other automotive programs and rising production costs as key factors in the decision to end the show. Despite the setback, Dave's influence in the automotive world remained strong. With new projects on the horizon and a steady stream of automotive masterpieces coming from Kindig Design, it's clear that Dave's legacy in custom car design is far from over. His commitment to innovation and quality continues to push the boundaries of what's possible in the world of automotive restoration. From the early days of sketching cars as a child to establishing Kindig Design with his retirement savings in 1991, Dave's journey has been nothing short of remarkable. His passion for cars has always been the driving force behind his success. But it was his dedication to innovation and his ability to turn vision into reality that set him apart from others in the industry. As of 2025, Dave remains fully committed to his business, continuing to create high-quality custom vehicles that captivate automotive enthusiasts. Whether participating in industry events or spending time with his wife, Charity, Dave's influence extends beyond just cars. He's built a legacy that's about more than just restoration. It's about creating connections, inspiring others, and making a lasting impact on both the automotive world and his community.